Hey friends, it's Jasmine, and I hope that you all are doing well. If you're new to my channel, welcome. Good to see you here. I am a practicing witch, and I talk about that here on the internet. So if all things witchery is kind of your thing, maybe check out some of the other videos here on my channel. If you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much for coming back. Your continued support really means the world to me, and it helps me grow this channel. In today's video, I'm going to be covering a topic in a video essay-like sort of style about something that I think is important to talk about and that is in relation to traditional witchcraft. So let's just get into it.
Burn and brew with Coven, true and glorious shall be thine.
Hey friends, and welcome back to my channel. Today, I'm excited to share with you my top 13 favorite witchy movies or TV shows. Whether you're looking for some magical inspiration, a bit of spooky fun, or just love all things witchy, these picks I'm sure will enchant you. So grab some popcorn, light a candle, and let's dive into the world of witches on the screen. I also feel like it's important to add here that the world is a crazy place, and there are horrific atrocities going on all over, all of the time, and it is exhausting. I know that there are times where I am super overstimulated from all of the media and all of the events going on. And at the same time, as a traditional witch, I really believe that political activism and social justice should be at the heart of some of what we practice as witches who have often used magic for the marginalized and have been seen as being taboo and on the fringes of society. It can be a complicated balance between wanting to engage in activism and support our community while also knowing when to unplug and disconnect so we can better recharge. You can't pour from an empty cup, and I really believe that. So part of me putting this together is to maybe give you some ideas of ways that you can unplug and just enjoy a movie or a TV show, just to kind of enjoy a little bit of media. I know that rotting is a technique that I refer to it as, where you just enjoy your lazy day and you do nothing but binge watch shows and eat comfy food. And that's healing. And I think that's really important. And you know, nothing in nature is in bloom all the time. So if you need to take some time to rot so you can make time to bloom, do so, and don't feel bad about that. Take all of the time you need to unplug and recharge. And when you're ready, I'll meet you back on the battlefield. Number one at the top of my list would be the TV show Salem. As the wife of an ailing but very wealthy town selectman, Mary Sibley holds the distinction of being the most powerful sorceress in Salem, Massachusetts. Ruthless yet vulnerable, and with many secrets to hide, Mary leans on her ageless accomplice, Tituba, to help her advance her agenda. When Mary's long-ago love interest, Salem native John Alden, returns from war duty to find the town paralyzed by fear of a witch hunt, her plans take an unexpected turn. Against a backdrop of townspeople pledging to rid Salem of evil by any means necessary, Mary and John are thrust into a world where horror, hysteria, and the supernatural reign. Mary must fend off adversaries, old and new, who are vying for her throne. What really fueled the infamous witch trials in the 17th century Massachusetts? Coming in for me at number 2 is The Chilling Adventures of Sabrina. This adaptation of Sabrina the Teenage Witch is a dark coming-of-age story that traffics in horror and the occult. In the reimagined origin story, Sabrina Spellman wrestles to reconcile her dual nature, half witch, half mortal, while standing against the evil forces that threaten her and her family, including Aunts Hilda and Zelda. The daylight world humans inhabit. Clerman Shipka from Mad Men leads the cast in the titular role of the show that is based on a comic series of the same name. Coming in at number 3 for me, and honestly one of my all-time favorite movies, would be The Witch. In 1630 New England, panic and despair envelops a farmer and his wife, along with their children, when their youngest son, Samuel, suddenly vanishes. The family blames Thomasin, the eldest daughter, who was watching the boy at the time of his disappearance. With suspicion and paranoia mounting, twin siblings Mercy and Jonas suspect Thomasin of witchcraft, testing the clan's faith, loyalty, and love to one another. This movie is phenomenal. 10 out of 10 would recommend. So many great tradcraft bits found within it. And of course, I adore Black Phillip. Coming in at number 4 would be American Horror Story, which I've really enjoyed, but more specifically the seasons of Coven, Apocalypse, and Delicate, with an honorable mention for Hotel. All of these depict witches and aspects of traditional witchcraft woven within the media. I really enjoyed these. I know that not everyone is a American Horror Story fan, but if you've seen these, let me know which American Horror Story is your favorite. Coming in at number 5, we have Suspiria. Now, there is an original, but I do prefer the 2018 remake. However, both are really good and honestly, really up there with The Witch for me as far as some of my favorite movies. I'm a huge fan of folk horror, if you couldn't tell already. So with Suspiria, it's all about a young American dancer, Susie Bannon, who arrives in 1970s Berlin to audition for the world-renowned Helena Markos dance company. When she vaults to the role of lead dancer, the woman she replaces breaks down and accuses the company's female directors of witchcraft. Meanwhile, an inquisitive psychotherapist and member of the troupe uncover dark and sinister secrets as they probe the depths of the studio's hidden underground chambers. It's also important to point out that Suspiria is part of a full Three Mothers trilogy, and you just have to check it out. Coming in at number 6 would be Starve Acre. Grieving parents, Richard and Juliet, uncover an eerie folklore at their isolated home, awakening a mysterious presence that threatens their already very fractured lives. This movie is incredibly done. It's artistic. It's very much in line with a folk horror kind of vibe. It is delightful. It depicts imagery of the three hairs that I quite enjoy. And there's a relation with a sort of genus loci-like spirit that is in this that I think folks that practice traditional witchcraft will appreciate. Coming in at number 7, we have a Netflix original series called Evil. Skeptical psychologist Kristen Bouchard joins David Acosta, who is training to be a Catholic priest, and a blue-collar contractor as they navigate the church's backlog of unexplained mysteries, including supposed miracles, demonic possessions, and other extraordinary occurrences. Their job is to assess if there's a logical explanation or if something truly supernatural is at work, examining the origins of evil along with the dividing line between science and religion. This series is created by Robert and Michelle King, and there's about 50 episodes, which makes it a fabulous binge watch with 4 seasons. If you're into Supernatural or Buffy, I think that you'll really enjoy this series. I also love the nun who can actually see demons and who's just really fun. Number 8, The Love Witch. Of course, this had to be on my list. Y'all already know. Elaine, a beautiful young witch, is determined to find a man to love her. In her Gothic Victorian apartment, she makes spells and potions and picks up men and seduces them. However, her spells work a little too well, and she ends up with a string of hapless victims. When she at last meets the man of her dreams, her desperation to be loved drives her to the brink of insanity and murder. This movie is absolutely iconic. The imagery is stunning, and there's quite a few references to the modern witchcraft revival movement, to Gerald Gardner's Wicca, along with Aleister Crowley's Thelema, and aspects of ceremonial magic found for those with a cunning eye to spot in this movie. Number 9, Pyewacket. Now, this is a movie that I've actually done a full deep dive of here on my channel, so if you're interested, check that out. Pyewacket is about a frustrated, angst-ridden teenage girl who awakens something in the woods when she naively performs an occult ritual to evoke a witch to kill her mother. This movie is wild, and I really enjoyed the references to Matthew Hopkins and some of the trial lore that is within that, such as Pyewacket, who was listed as an iconic witch's familiar and is considered by witches today to be part of that classic 9 list of witches' familiars. Coming in at number 10, we have Hereditary. When the matriarch of the Graham family passes away, her daughter and grandchildren begin to unravel cryptic and increasingly terrifying secrets about their ancestry, trying to outrun the sinister fate that they have inherited. This movie came out in 2018, which I feel like was such a great year for horror movies. And within this movie, there are little threads that connect to the demon Paimon from the 72 from the Legion. Highly recommend that you check this out, especially if demonolatry or sorcery, if you will, is something that you are interested in. Definitely check this out. Coming in next at number 11 is a little bit of a throwback to 2005, Skeleton Key. Caroline Ellis, a good-natured nurse living in New Orleans, quits her job at a hospice to work for Violet Devereaux, an elderly woman whose husband, Ben, is in poor health following a stroke. When Caroline begins to explore the couple's rundown bayou mansion, she discovers strange artifacts and learns the house has a mysterious past. As she continues to investigate, she realizes that Violet is keeping a sinister secret about the cause of Ben's illness. This movie is fabulous. It's also up there in some of my favorites. If you have seen this movie, please do let me know what you think of it. Coming in at number 12, we have, of course, The Craft. And I'm talking about the 1996 original. However, the remake is fun. But the original, of course, has a special place in my heart. I'm sure many of you have probably already seen this due to how prolific this movie is. But if you haven't, The Craft is about after transferring to a Los Angeles high school, Sarah finds that her telekinetic gift appeals to a group of 3 quote-unquote wannabe witches who happen to be seeking a 4th member for their rituals. Bonnie, Rochelle, and Nancy, like Sarah herself, all have troubled backgrounds, which combined with their powers lead to dangerous consequences. When a minor spell causes a fellow student to lose her hair, the girls grow mad with power. This movie for me is a coming-of-age, sort of heartfelt, nostalgic, craft-based movie with lots of references to traditional folkloric witchcraft. It gets a 10 out of 10 in my book. Number 13, for me, would be The Order. When Belgrave University student Jack Morton joins a fabled secret society, the Hermetic Order of the Blue Rose, he is thrust into a world of magic, monsters, and intrigue. Out to avenge his mother's death, he uncovers a dark family secret and lands in an underground battle being waged between werewolves and practitioners of dark magic. Assisting Jack in the fight is Alyssa, a tour guide at Belgrave and a fellow member of the Order, which is led by Jack's estranged father. This show is wild, and I definitely enjoyed the first season. I got a little bored in the second season, but I'm including this in the list because there are a lot of references to magical orders, secret societies, and initiatory witchcraft found within this series that I think modern day practitioners of traditional witchcraft who can spot that will appreciate it. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope that you enjoyed my list of top 13 favorite witchy movies and TV shows. If you have any favorites that I did not mention, be sure to drop them in the comments below because I would love to check them out. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell so you never miss a magical moment. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope that you enjoyed this. If you like this style of video essay, please comment down below and let me know. And if you have any video suggestions of topics that you would like for me to cover, feel free to leave those down below as well. I love receiving video suggestions. I think that's going to be it for this video. So until next time, friends, blessed be, and I will see you in hell.
Down, down, down the road, down the witch's road. Down, down, down the road, down the witch's road. Down, down, down the road, down the witch's road. Circle sewn with fate, unlock thy hidden